aku yang ditinggalkan di sini. Kupungsikan waktu aku ini untuk masyarakatku. Berbanggalah keluarga saya yang telah tiada.
Melakukan pendekatan melalui pemberdayaan masyarakat, berbasiskan komunitas, sehingga seluruh kegiatan dilakukan oleh masyarakat. Kami hanya memfasilitasi masyarakat, pemerintah hanya akan mensupport terkait dengan masyarakat, tetapi sebagai pelaku utama adalah masyarakat itu sendiri.
Kebetulan di Aceh kita punya yang namanya program penanggulangan kemiskinan di perkotaan, yaitu suatu program yang memberdayakan masyarakat di perkotaan di Aceh, Banda Aceh itu, agar mereka mampu lebih mandiri di dalam merencanakan pembangunan di kampungnya, kemudian juga bagaimana menanggulangi kemiskinan di wilayahnya itu. Itu cikal bakalnya.
Recompact is the name of the project, the short name of the project in Bahasa Indonesia, for the community resettlement project that we started in Aceh and Nias after the tsunami, an earthquake that happened there. It actually has a real meaning. It basically means unity and cohesiveness of coming together and creating a whole. And that's really what the project did in terms of bringing communities together to help them in terms of rebuilding their houses and their settlements and their entire communities.
First, I think, and foremost important thing is about how we look at the victims, the way we look at the victims. And most of the time, the way we see the victims is helpless people who has no capacity and in fact need some sort of level of charity to help them, and they become recipient of our benefit that we are giving to them. Recompact believe the other way around. Recompact believe that these people have capacity, they do want to be participating in the reconstruction.
The Multi-Donor Fund for Aceh and Nias, in short we call it the MDF, was established after the earthquake and tsunami in Aceh, where the government of Indonesia requested support from international community. 15 donors came together to provide $655 million of grant funds for supporting the government's reconstruction agenda. And the Recompact was one of the projects that was funded through this fund. Given the success in Aceh and Nias, the donors certainly felt that this was a very good approach towards housing reconstruction. When the Java earthquake and tsunami happened, Central Java and Yogyakarta were hugely affected. The government of Indonesia again requested assistance from the international community. The international community came together and established the Java Reconstruction Fund, the JRF, again managed by the World Bank as trustee.
Kami selalu tekankan pada masyarakat bahwa bantuan yang dari luar itu adalah merupakan bantuan untuk menolong mereka agar mampu menolong dirinya sendiri. Nah, itu sudah dilakukan oleh Rekompak.
As you know, we started the program or the learning of the program in Aceh. We built about 15,000 houses in about 3 years' time. But then when the earthquake in Jogja happened, there were about 300,000 houses in total were collapsed. The government and the bank as well, and all the donors actually, has convinced that this is the efficacy of this kind of approaches, and they decided to use it and apply it in Jogja, and the program able to build about 300,000 houses within just 2 years. It make it one of the among the fastest ever housing reconstruction in the world.
Kita belajar dengan pengalaman di Aceh. Ternyata kita bisa menyelesaikan pembangunan yang berbasis komunitas tadi. Kemudian terjadi di Jogja, ya, kita ingin menerapkan lebih besar dengan skala besar gitu. Nah, Rekompak sendiri sebenarnya juga hanya semacam penggerak saja. Membangun rumah di Jogja yang dengan besar itu, sebagian besar itu dilakukan oleh pemerintah Indonesia dengan dana oleh pemerintah Indonesia sendiri.
As you know, when we started in Aceh, it was so new for the bank, it was new for the government, it was new for everybody. So the initial start of learning took some time. But once we know how to do it, once the community and everybody get to learn how to do it, the speed of the program was enormous.
Terutama adalah di dalam kita memilih fasilitator. Keberhasilan dari program ini sangat tergantung juga pada fasilitator. Fasilitatornya harus betul-betul punya komitmen untuk melakukan proses pemberdayaan.
Once the socialization is there and they say, okay, we would like to go for this program, then they need to agree on who would lead this process. Once they have this group who are helping them to lead the process, then they have to look into do the self-survey. Once the settlement plan is completed, the housing group is formed, then they have to submit this to the government to seek for funding and sign the contract.
Pada saat kita menentukan lokasi, kita menentukan bangunan, itu juga keterlibatan wanita, usul wanita juga mewarnai di kami. Contohnya kalau laki-laki itu mungkin usulnya itu kebanyakan adalah jalannya, jalan, jembatan. Tapi mungkin kalau ada wanita, mungkin lain ceritanya. Mungkin air bersih, mungkin sanitasi, ini juga masuk.
Only if the two eyes is open, actually you can see the reality things clear. And I think women participation has to be seen in that context.
Aparat pemerintahnya juga harus betul-betul menjiwai bahwa ini adalah bagian daripada upaya untuk membangun good governance di dalam ini tadi. Jadi tidak semuanya dilakukan pemerintah.
The way Rekompak is designed is that, for example, I'll just give an example. We wanted to build 15,000 houses in Aceh. One option would have been to get 15 contractors, each one of them to build 1,000. Now, in that case, let's say there are about 15 contractors are the active participant of reconstruction, and 15,000 would be the beneficiaries, basically, of the whole process. They are not active participants. Rekompak believe, no, that's not the way to do it. The best thing to do is to have 15,000 people, each one of them think about one house.
Begitu berjalan Rekompak ini, masyarakat yang kemarin itu saling curiga, saling apa, mereka bisa berumbuk bersama-sama, uang puluhan juta di rekening mereka bisa saling percaya. Kemudian mereka bisa merencanakan keuangan, merapatkan apa yang prioritas. Ini kan suatu bentuk bangunan masyarakat yang sudah kita bangun dengan program ini. Kemudian rasa percaya diri, kemudian rasa memiliki. Kenapa? Betul-betul dari awal, dari nol mereka terlibat sampai mereka menikmati rumah itu. Jadi ada kepuasan di masyarakat.
Ada kepercayaan, makanya kepercayaan itu kami ambil suatu himah. Berarti kepercayaan itu kami pun tidak sia-siakan.
The communities were supported to rebuild their housing and their settlements, and that's really what it did. It basically helped them come together and use the funds towards their own priorities, towards their housing priorities, towards their settlement priorities, their local infrastructure priorities, and therefore helped to translate the donor funding to the government's agenda to the beneficiaries' need.
Itu sistemnya gotong royong. Dari satu sisi aja itu tanggung jawab kebersamaan, bukan dilimpahkan kepada per orang, tapi per kelompok. Kalau kiranya ada kepinjangan satu rumah, berarti itu dalam kelompok itu dianggap rumah tidak selesai. Kalau kiranya dikerjakan oleh orang luar, bukan orang desa, mungkin kami tidak bisa ada peluang untuk bekerja di situ, karena lapangan kerja kami sempit.
Untuk semacam rekompak yang kita perkenalkan pada saat itu adalah bagaimana membangun oleh mereka sendiri. Walaupun dananya dari luar, tetapi membangun oleh mereka sendiri itu sangat penting untuk mereka juga nantinya punya sense of ownership daripada apa yang dia lakukan ini.
And also when you look into the village, not every face of people are the same. As the house also should not be exactly the same, because then each house has to reflect the character of the people, of the owners itself. And I think those are things could be done within these type of projects and approaches.
Karena kami menyadari bahwa kami tinggal di daerah yang terancam bencana.
And I think through the process, while the community have freedom to choose whatever houses they like to do and what kind of models they want to, there are certain rules and regulations that they have to follow relates to the quality of construction and how the bar should be and how the concrete should be and how the construction should be. And as such, the facilitator then helps the community, irrespective of whatever design they want. They are educated to implement and design the houses in such a way that they will be earthquake resistant. How it's going to be, how our village can be safer, which road should be wider so in case there is a tsunami I can run from this way, where is the escape road, what should be the level of safety in terms of housing.
Ya sudah lebih tahu itu jalur evakuasi kalau ada bahaya kita harus keluar mana. Kemudian dengan pertolongan HT kita juga sedikit-sedikit bisa mengetahui daerah-daerah mana yang bahaya dan kita harus pergi kemana.
Untuk langkah-langkah ke depannya kalau terjadi bencana lagi kita lebih siap.
The fact that when we did a quality check on the JRF program, almost 99% actually passed the seismic standard.
It brought really the donors, the government, and the World Bank and other implementing agencies and the beneficiaries all come together, which is why the unity and the cohesiveness again is a very good way of looking at this.
Saya kira ini sudah menjadi salah satu solusi yang sudah digunakan pemerintah ya. Yang membuat rekompak sukses pasti adalah juga dukungan semua pihak ya.
I feel the philosophy remains the same, and I believe the program can work in any places. The philosophy is so simple. He said, okay, you get somebody to consult, get the people united, get the partners to be united. I call it at the end of the day is all about partnership.
Setelah kita punya rumah sendiri ya kehidupan kami sudah normal, sudah bisa melakukan kegiatan-kegiatan seperti sebelum erupsi.
Masyarakat saat ini sangat antusias jika kita melihat dari tatapan sinar mata mereka dalam setiap rembuk, ada semangat baru, ada harapan baru dari masyarakat untuk mereka dapat membangun rumah mereka.
I think it's actually a joy to see the village. You go to the village that was totally nothing, completely vanished. You come back and the village is totally restored. And the people start to talk how they build it. It's one of the joy you get. Really, you feel so good about the fact that they defending their houses, defending their settlement, and they all forever can tell to their children and grandchildren that I built it. I built my village. I think that was the greatest joy.